I'm Debbie Ferguson, and my thesis is on keeping Girl Scouts motivated as they mature. There is a significant drop in Girl Scout membership throughout the middle school ages. This would be 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. The biggest drop goes from this group, which is considered cadets, to the next group up. They actually drop, membership rates drop 50%. So the question is, how do we keep these girls motivated as they get older and going up through high school so they can get as much benefit from the program as they can? Research suggests that if the girls have a support system outside of the home, peer support and outreach, and most of all, teaching girls how to set goals for themselves are going to be the biggest motivational factors in keeping girls in the program. So in the literature review, according to Ryan and Patrick, the early stages of adolescence is the most important time for changes. This is when they're going through all of their physiological changes, they're going through their behavioral changes. So it's really hard to keep students involved in certain things or interested in certain things. They have also shown that there are higher levels of motivation with faith. So those with religious backgrounds and histories, those students are usually more motivated than those who don't have that kind of background. And teaching them the integration, how community service and motivation, or community service, faith, and motivation are all integrated. They all go together. Whether they see it or not at the time, you never know. But if you can make the ties, they will tend to be more motivated. So girls definitely need positive role models. 1 Corinthians 1:24 says, "But that does not mean we want to tell you exactly how to put your faith into practice. We want to work together with you so you'll be full of joy as you stand firm in your faith." So as a leader, it's not my job to tell them what they need to believe, but to be there for them as someone they can trust. Lehman and Pentek talk about the shape of their sheep, which fits perfectly with my Girl Scout troop, because the shape refers to strengths, hearts, attitudes, personalities, and experiences. And this is, as a troop leader, this is literally what I do. This comes so naturally to me because I learn about my girls. I learn about who they are. I want to know who they are, and they know that I care about them that way. So each Girl Scout level has what are called journeys. There are 3 different journeys for each level, and each journey is divided into 3 different sections. The 3 different sections are what are the most important parts. The first is discovery. This is where the girls spend time discovering who they are. Connecting is girls learning how to connect with people, not just friends or girls their own age, but also with members of the community. And then there is the take action. And take action is always a community service project that goes along with what they have learned and who they have come in contact with. And it brings together everything that they've learned for that year or in that journey, and kind of forces them to, not forces them, but has them shape it into one big community service project. So the founder of Girl Scouts, Juliette Gordon Lowe, did not have any children herself. On this quote that she said, and it's my purpose to go on with my heart and soul, devoting all my energies to Girl Scouts, and heart in hand with them, we will make our lives and the lives of future girls happy, healthy, and holy. So in the literature review also, we found diversity and acceptance is a big issue when it comes to motivation. One of the journeys that the girls work on in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade age range is one that focuses on relationships, and it also deals with things like stereotypes. The girls don't necessarily know the meaning of the word stereotypes. I have found this to be 100% true, well, true about 90% of the time. However, they know how to act on stereotypes. So this is one thing that we have focused on, is getting through this. But the girls realize that people don't always have to be exactly like you in order for you to be a part of Girl Scouts or you to be a part of the group. Ecclesiastes 4:10 says, if one falls down, his friend can help him up, but pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. We also come into intrinsic versus extrinsic motivational factors. A lot of people believe that kids this age are very extrinsically motivated. They do things because they're going to get something out of it. And that is true for the most part. However, I have found that sometimes if you have one extrinsic motivational factor and it brings somebody in, they all of a sudden decide that I am motivated to do this, then their intrinsic motivational factors come out. So although it's thought that extrinsic motivational factors will undermine the intrinsic, it's not necessarily true all of the time. I have found that actually a combination of them is a good way to use them for getting the girls to do the things they need to do. There's mastery versus performance goal orientation. One of the things I have seen is a lot of the girls, when they are working on their Girl Scout projects, are very mastery goal orientated. They do it because they want to learn. They do it because they want to do it, as opposed to a lot of the things I've seen with school and the things that they've told me, they just want to do it to get done with it and then forget about it. So it's good to know that the mastery goal orientation comes out in scouting. Then comes the goal setting, which once again is crucial to motivation. There are quite a few survey or studies that have been done, and all of them come up to be like a lot of the same stuff. A lot of them turn out to be pretty similar with the results. So it comes down to most kids need some sort of affirmation. So some of this does go back to the extrinsic motivation. So they need to know that what they did was good, what they did was helpful, that they didn't do it just because, and nobody didn't notice. It's very, very important that girls have a support system outside the home. I not only know this from the research, but I have known it personally, and had to deal with a lot of it personally with my own troop. When students are engaged and given a chance to feel empowered, youth can benefit society in a great way. This is such a powerful, powerful idea. My Girl Scouts love to do community service projects. The problem is they don't always have the means to do it. If they have the means to do it, then they can take on the world, and they will. So I guess one of the biggest problems we have is actually having a way to get things done. It's not that they don't want to do it, it's they want to do it, we just can't get it done. The longer the girls stay in the program, the more they benefit. They benefit financially, they benefit educationally, there are countless ways they benefit from this program. And not just success on, they do, a lot of women do end up being very successful, and that is on a worldly scale of being successful. However, there are women who are successful on a different scale. As far as, for me, part of it was finding my faith. It was a journey to finding my faith. So it's very important for them to stay in as long as they can. So some girls may just need a supportive adult or friends. This could be just a minor thing, or it could be a major thing. Goal orientation is a very important thing, whether they're mastery or performance goal oriented. And then as far as the motivation, the internal extrinsic motivation, it seems the mastery goal oriented girls tend to have a higher level of intrinsic motivation than the performance goal oriented. Followership has become quite important to me. I realize that this program is considered a girl-led program. And as a leader, I've been focusing on trying to get the girls to become leaders, which is great. But in that process, I've missed the whole point that girls can be followers, and strong followers can also be leaders. So as a leader myself, as a Girl Scout leader myself, I need to remember this, and I need to remember what it's like to be a good follower. So I think that may help ultimately with understanding of motivation, and so the girls don't feel so overwhelmed that they have to be the leaders of everything. Independence and community service. Once again, the community service, the girls love to do that. And if they have the opportunity and chance, they take it, which is great. The problem is the independence part, and because they're in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, they don't always have ways to get to places. And that becomes a big problem, especially in my situation where I work with very low income and high risk youth. I end up being the mode of transportation for most of them, so not everybody gets to do everything all the time.